Kristi-Leigh Gresse is a contemporary dancer and says winning the 2021 Standard Bank Young Artist Award in the dance category is a huge honor for her and the dance community. Since the first Standard Bank Young Artist Award in 1981, Gresse says has joined a remarkable list of artists and alumni of the program. Her work revolves around issues of gender and body politics, and she joins us now to discuss her work and current projects. Kristi-Leigh, thank you so much for your time. Let's start off with your passion, or what inspired you to get into dance?
So I started dancing at a very young age. My mom always used to joke around about me dancing and moving to any song that just happened to pop up. And one day I saw a group of young girls going to dancing at my primary school, and I said, "Mom, please, please." So I mostly just started as just an enjoyment, a process of enjoyment. And then as I got older, I just started to find it was a place of such healing and joy for me. And the passion, all of the passion sort of was birthed at such a young age. The love and intensity for that passion has just continued to grow as I started to move forward in my career and develop as an artist, and the people that I meet and ideas that I got to share with them.
What kind of genre, if there is a genre really with dance, would you say you give for those that watch?
It's so difficult because we know the general classical styles like classical ballet and modern dance and tap dance, and then our own, within our country, our own traditional style of dancing. So you have those parameters, but when it comes to something like a contemporary form of dance, it's constantly evolving, and especially in our country where there's so many different influences. You know, you have cultural influences, you have the Western influence, you have influence from pop culture. And as each individual, your experiences sort of take shape in the way that you create. So it's so hard to define. I've used to call it neoclassical, but I feel like my style has sort of taken on a different form. And I like to use the word contemporary because it's of the current environment now, you know, how the state of the artists and dance and politics as well all influence the work that I create. At the moment I would say that contemporary, but I think as we move forward, that term can change, and just as we as individuals, art changes, I think terminology will begin to change as well.
Yeah. Now, before we get to you winning this Standard Bank Young Artist Award, what are some of the challenges that you have faced in your journey as a dancer?
Oh, there's been many. So from a dance perspective, you know, you're always tackling with, you know, who you're auditioning for. They always have a certain ideal of what they're looking for. And regardless of what you, as an artist, what your talents are, whoever is sitting in the front, they're the ones who ultimately decide whether you're going to be a part of a project or not. So there's always, you know, you've always found the challenges of yes and no coming up a lot. And then within me as a creative, it's kind of been the same journey. You know, there's always been moments where I felt like my work hasn't been seen in the way that I hoped for it to be seen. But I also had to realize that that's all a journey, and you're constantly building, and you just have to keep putting yourself out there for people to see you, because this industry is constantly evolving and constantly moving, that you have to work very hard to place yourself and your work in that space for people to watch and hear. And then there's also the difficulties of just learning along the way how to look at art from a business perspective as well, because that's a challenge. You know, you're creative at heart, and you slowly start to realize that you can't just be a creative. You also have to know how to put in proposals. You have to know how to speak to funders. And so although the journey has been incredible and inspiring, and I've grown so much from it, there's always a challenge around the corner waiting to nudge you in the right direction. I always think of that. Challenges are always just a nudge in the right direction.
Now, of course, you have now won this award, 2021 Standard Bank Young Artist Award. And like you say, it's a journey. It's quite a challenging journey now and then for you as a dancer. You say that this journey brings hope. It's an honor for you and the dance community. What more would you say about this award and, just being recognized, really?
I have to say that this award, it's not just putting dance on the map and putting myself as a choreographer on the map in this greater industry, but I hope that it's also bringing, that little girl sitting at the back of the dance class saying, I really want to do this. How do I do this? And then seeing somebody come from, for example, Durban. It's a very small place. I'm from Durban, and there's not a great amount of opportunities there for young dancers to enter into the mainstream. They always have to leave their home and go to Cape Town or Joburg or go international. And I just hope that seeing me and in this position now, and I can sort of be a mentor and an inspiration to that young girl or even young man at the back of the classroom, just saying, I want this. I want to have my voice heard. I want to have a creative identity. I want to be a dancer and work with the most incredible artists the world has ever seen. And I hope that also this award, just as it has before, just continues to put art into the mainstream, especially live theatre into the mainstream, because I feel that in the last couple of years, it's sort of ebbed and flowed. And I just hope that with this union with Standard Bank, that we can continue to progress live art, because there's such a value in it. And I can not be more grateful for this opportunity.
Kristi-Leigh, just tell us more about some of the projects that you are currently working on that we could look forward to.
So my first project, I'm currently actually on tour for my work Salid. We're performing this weekend. We actually have a performance tonight at 44 Stanley at the Actors Spaces. And then the same production will be going to Cape Town from the 8th to the 10th of March. We'll be at the Art Theatre in Observatory. And then also I'm doing a wonderful collaboration with a very talented musician, Masaki. We will be performing at the Lyric Theatre on the 25th of Feb, which is next Friday. So I'm really looking forward to that. You can book your tickets at CompuTickets. And I'm in talks as well for a couple other projects, and hopefully a tour of my new work that I'll be presenting at the National Arts Festival. So you can follow me on social media to keep up to date with that.
Quickly give us those handles, Kirsty, those social media handles.
Okay, so my Instagram handle is Kristi-Leigh_Jean. And that's pretty much also for Facebook as well. And then for Twitter, it's capital K, capital J, capital G, and then RESSE in small.
Great stuff. Kristi-Leigh Gresse, thank you so much for your time, contemporary dancer, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much for having me.